you used to solve everything in your life. And then you get chronic disease like heart disease, cancer, arthritis, COPD. And that seems quite unsolvable. That's what medical care tells you, that it's manageable at best. So here you are facing a chronic disease and feeling quite incapable to improve your health and your life. But you're not incapable. You've just been told an incomplete story. Chronic diseases are indeed unsolvable when you treat the symptoms like medical care does. But when you treat the root causes, the story completely changes. I've been studying medical science for over 20 years and I've created the Chronicitis Theory. And that's a theory that explains that all common chronic diseases, like over 200 different types, no matter which type, like depression or COPD, IBS, cancer, heart disease, autoimmune diseases, chronic pain, eczema, what have you, they all originate from a single shared source, and that's low grade inflammation, which is driven by only a handful of root causes. And those root causes are largely within our own control. So I've written it down in Reverse Chronic Disease. It's on Amazon. But if you want to have a free chapter, you can just use the link below. Now, I know that's a huge shift from our common belief, as society and medical care tells for over a century that chronic diseases are irreversible, incurable, manageable at best, and progressive over time. So we have been told by society, by medical care, we see it all around us, like 7 out of 10 people suffer one or more chronic diseases and they have it for life. But that doesn't make it true. So, the first question I always get asked is, can you fully recover from all chronic diseases? Well, the answer is yes and no. Some chronic diseases, or some people, that's a better way to put it, some people really go all in and by treating the root causes and they fully recover or even get better than ever before. But that's not for all, because low grade inflammation anchors with damage in tissues, in cells, and creates imbalances, hormonal imbalances that are not always reversible. If the damage is quite strong, or like scar tissue or neurological issues, then the damage can be quite permanent and it is not fully reversible yet. Most people with chronic diseases, I think almost everybody with chronic disease, they suffer from fatigue, brain fog, sometimes digestive issues, sleep disturbances, and we can do a lot about that. Fade symptoms, fade pain. So I have a client that had pains for over 10 years and got rid of it within a couple of months and was not able to have a job and is in a full-blown career right now. But there are a ton of clinical and observational studies showing that patients with the help from medical care or without the help from medical care reverse their heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, cancer. So if you're interested, you can find all those studies in the book and you can get a free chapter via the link below. And you can look up the references yourself, or what I highly recommend is to take it with you to your doctor and see how your path can evolve. If you are ready to step on such a path, I highly recommend to start with a free chapter and see how you can start reversing the root causes. So I hope this helps, and I wish you all the health. See you next time.